All right, let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to a very, very special edition of the Uber Farmer Cigar Car Talks. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing all right. Yep, we are inside a Toyota Camry tonight. So this car here is one that I've had and used for about, what do we think, 15 years now? Well, we'll get into the nostalgia here. First, what are we smoking? What are we drinking? The cigar, the Blackbird Finch. This one is part of, and we all sent some pictures of this. This is part of the anniversary special, and it's 2015. 10 years, man. We were married for 10 years in 2015. Now I've had this car for about 15 years, but it seemed pretty, pretty significant. So I went back and forth on what beer I should have. When I finally decided, you know what? If we're in a classic car, let's have the classic beer. Some Labatt's Blue. I have allegedly had more than one Labatt's Blue throughout the life of this car, in this car. Don't drink and drive, kids. Totally illegal. Don't do it. But sometimes when you're out at a bonfire and it starts to rain, or you just we're gonna try the Labatt's Blue, huh? Look at that. What you'd expect of a Labatt's. Like I said, you're at a bonfire, parking with your beautiful wife, or you just need a few minutes of peace and quiet. Sometimes you just jump in the car, leave the keys far away, crack yourself a nice Labatt's, smoke a cigar. I've smoked many cigars in here while driving mostly. I'd smoke cigars to stay awake, the cheap stuff, the $2 sticks. If I ever do get lung cancer, it's from those, trust me. Or hot boxing in this car, which I probably should open another door. Battery's dead as hell. We did get it started today, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, 2011, I get hired to go work for Eagle Mine. Problem is, we don't live in the Marquette area. Solution. For the first few months, I drive over for my 7-day stint, stay with my kids as godfather, and then drive back home. Issue, I had an Eagle Summit. If you don't know, it's like a 2-passenger vehicle, small as shit. Not a very nice car, not a very good car. Great on gas mileage, though. So, went to a used car dealership, told him I need something cheap and reliable. The guy instantly knew what I was looking for, hooked me with this Toyota Camry. Had like 160,000 miles on it, which, 15 years ago, that was basically a piece of shit car. Thing ran great though, and I was desperate. So here we go. POS. Never expected I'd put about another 120,000 miles. We're just shy of 300,000 miles in this vehicle. Because I drove the shit out of it. So, and this one got me to and from work. This one got me out to the mine. This one got me home and back again safely. But then about 3 years ago, it started to do everything went wrong. The door handle ripped off. The gas tank supports rusted through. The tires got to be replaced, the timing belt, all this little nickel and diming stuff. And of course the body is rusted all to hell. So we made the decision, let's park it. We talked about saving it, maybe letting our kids Kids use it once they get their driver's license, but the problem is it has no ABS. The steering is very tight. It does have power steering, but it might as well be a rack and pinion. So it's very hard to tell if this vehicle would really last at all. And it'd be safe even for my kids to drive. I made the determination, no, it was not going to be safe for my kids to drive. This thing was a death trap. Spins out really easily, but the good news is you can usually control the spin. But by and large, it was a really nice car. We've hauled lumber in it. We've taken many deer in the trunk. So many trips. The kids were kind of sharing different memories they have about spinning out, about Dad doing power moves in it. It's got a little e-brake, so you can do some power spins in it. Again, I had it, drove it for at least 12 years. Had it probably now for about 15 years, give or take. And we kind of decided, you know what, it's just sitting in the yard. We're not going to use it. I thought my son at one point was going to be an auto mechanic. Really easy car to work on the engine and whatnot. But then we saw in the bulletin for our church, the Knights of Columbus were looking for scrap vehicles and scrap metal. Well, we got a lot of scrap metal around the place. We got old bikes that kids no longer use. We got some chicken runs, which are basically solid metal. And then we got this beauty here. So it was decided, yep, let's go ahead and donate it to a good cause. It's going to the Knights of Columbus. It's a cause I deeply believe in. They do a lot of great stuff. I'm not a knight. For lots of reasons. But yeah, we decided it was time to donate her, get her out of the yard, and hopefully it goes to, whether they junk it and just get the metal price, or they scrap all the pieces out. Or I did tell the guy we got it started today, which was a huge milestone. Needs some maintenance, new battery, oil, probably flushing the gas out, new gas filter. But if there's someone out there who needs a car that will run, and apparently will keep running, what can I say? We tried to maintain this sucker as best we could. I'm sure it's had its issues, but for the most part, it's been a really good car. Now, I have no emotional connections to vehicles. I'm not sad to see it go. Like I said, making the call that we were done with this car was quite easy. I wasn't happy selling it because I didn't want to. Was told that it had ABS, that it had good power steering, had good tires. Then that first winter, I found out it did not have ABS. It did not have good tires, and the steering was janky at best. I couldn't do that to someone. I couldn't sell it to someone, and they assume that it has these safety features when it does not. Because it definitely does not have pretty much any safety feature, to be honest with you. It has airbags. I bet they don't work. The seatbelts are kind of janky too. So yes, I will look back fondly, but I'm not going to get sad or cry when it's gone. No, I don't get attached to vehicles and stuff, but I figured this car has been with me longer than some of my kids, longer than my dog. I better at least have a cigar in her, make a video, post the video, put it out there for all of posterity. It's taken us to play practices. It helped us move a few times. It rocked more than a couple babies to sleep. We'd put our babies in, our little ones in the car seat and drive them around until they fell asleep. One of the winters when our heat went out, it was our makeshift heater. Like I said, sometimes in the winter, this was my smoking palace where I'd go to have a cigar, have a beer, listen to some music. Honestly, I'm impressed with the Toyota Camrys. I have a hunch this will not be my last Toyota Camry because I like the vehicle. I like the make, I like the model. I like the reliability. And as long as I can find out they still have that good reliability, 12 years of solid use ain't nothing to shake a stick at. Boy, folks, I'm going to get out of this car before I die of secondhand smoke because the battery's dead, so I can't use the windows. Make sure I have all my personal belongings out of it. And yeah, hope you have good memories of vehicles, reminisce about things that lasted and things that didn't. Stay safe out there. See you on the next one.